Thank you for tuning in to Love Spaces on Love Married Moments with John and Toi. The question today is, how do you keep the flames of romance lit in your marriage? Tune in, already in progress.
Hello and welcome to Love Spaces. I am John.
And I'm Toi.
And today we're going to talk about how to keep the flame
Of romance
growing. Come join us.
lit.
Join us. Come on.
So I'm not really under the impression, and maybe some other people are, I've had time to really kind of watch people over the years. And there is a certain point in time where you're not as playful. There ain't be no wrestling at this age we at. The only thing we racing at is who gets into bed first. But I've noticed over time, as every decade comes, the way that the love is expressed is a little bit different. And perhaps when you're young, you imagine that the little bit of romance always leads to physical intimacy. Mm-hmm. But I think that what gets lost in the mix over time is that there's more than one way to create intimacy that keeps the romance alive, that doesn't necessarily lead to the physical interaction at the end of it. So, for example, John Gottman and his wife are all about love, and they wrote that book about the 7 principles of making marriage work. They had a little love lab at a university, and they studied all this stuff, and they came down to understanding that if they see certain things, then they know that the relationship will not last, and if they see other things, then they know that the relationship will make it. But one of the things that I like is a product that they have, and it's called Pornography for Women. Now, what do you imagine is in that book?
I know you've talked to me about it. Washing dishes.
Yeah,
doing chores.
Right,
having a to-do list that you don't have to be prompted to do. It's already done.
And so what you always say to me is that I'm out here working for your love. Now, you could be over there taking a nap, and you're going to try to convince me I'm working for your love. And I really do appreciate that, because then you always do the other things as well. And I can remember this one time, and I did write about it in the Love Married Moments book, where I was on my way to work. We had a discussion about something that my car needed. And, when I wake up, I don't know where you are. I don't know if you're listening to music. If you left, you're busy. You got things you got to get off your list. And when I finally got everything gathered and made it out to the car, you were outside fixing my car at 7 o'clock in the morning. Now, I don't know what time you got out there, because I wasn't awake. But you were out there already fixing my car, so I didn't have to think about it. Okay, now I'm getting ready to spend all day trying to think about what can I fix this man to eat? Because you made it plain from the beginning, you just want to eat every day. I wish to goodness I had a video of how that looked. I just thought, I got to do better than what I'm doing. I got to figure this out, because I'm not a great cook. It's not one of my favorite things to do, but I do want you to feel cared for and contribute to you having a healthy lifestyle. And so those little things can lead towards leaving your beloved feeling warm, thought of, and cared about. And I think you do that very well. I think you do it much better than I. I know you like gifts, and I'm still working at it. I don't always get the gift thing right. But you once told me you give enough of them, you hit and miss. You're doing all right, though, because you're going to do enough of them to try to get to the right flavor, because you told me you like gifts. And so I want to say to you in a way that you can feel love, I'm loving you.
And that's the key. It's not so much the material aspect of the gift, but it's anything you give where as soon as you receive it, you know, wow, I didn't even know she caught that. I said that like 2 months ago. So it's not just that, oh, he wants a gadget or something, but it's like, really? So like on Christmas Day when I was crying, and I came to you and, you know, we're doing our little special time of opening gifts, and I came to you to thank you, and I'm just crying. She said, oh, what's wrong? She thought she didn't get the right gift. And I thought, no, you thought about me. Everything I opened was a thought, not just a gift. And when I think of flames, you can have that simmering that keeps everything cooking, and you don't even know it's simmering until you get too close. And then you can have a wildfire. It's just burning up everything. So I think you can overdo it if you talk about how you keep the flame. But then that simmering is, I'm constantly in a glow. I'm constantly in heat to make sure that things are in place. I don't have to work it up when the time comes. And I think that's key, and it goes back to in our first segment that we talked about, you have to choose the right one to even know how to see you. Part of the flame is I have to see you. I have to be listening to you. We talk about what did you hear, and that's just did I tell you?
Me to go to the hearing doctor twice. I didn't even remember I'd been there the first time.
We have good hearing.
It hasn't changed since the last time. When was I here?
But it's not the verbal stuff. It's like you don't even have to really say it. You just kind of know it. And I think when people are dating, if you will, and they're trying to find their places, they're trying to see if there's a connection, I think it's so important to know how much a person knows about you just because they can be still enough to just see some stuff that's always there, but you have to be in that intimate place to see that. And I think that's one of the things that we've had that's phenomenal. And it makes me want you every day. You're the best part of my day.
You are the best part of mine.
So it's like we get through with all that other stuff. It's like I'm trying to hurry to get to you because
you want to get in your eye comfort.
Well, but you're always a flame. I don't have to start you up. I don't have to crank you up. I don't have to, I got to bring in some roses before she can even be interested. Think about this. And I do this a lot when I'm in therapy with people. I said, do you know really by definition, intercourse is not the sexual part, it's communication. It's being able to reach someone's mind. And sometimes that other stuff is just a side dish. It's a side order. It ain't the entree. The entree is how can I get to a place where you're feeding this part of me? Mm-hmm. And me and you do that to each other, for each other. And the more and more we do it, we see other people, and what we're trying to convey to people even through this podcast is to be able to see one another and have that intimacy that happens first internally, so that you know that it has many more layers than just being locked into one thing. And you do that well for me. Back rubs when I didn't ask for it. You doing?
I gave you a chair. You're gonna be working me like I'm mechanical.
Hey y'all, I got a massage chair.
That he won't get in.
Cause it's not the flame. Why want some mechanical manual thing when I got all this?
You just don't want to go to sleep.
I got all this woman right here, and I gotta go sit in the chair.
You just don't want to go to sleep in that chair.
It's appreciated.
Mm-hmm. There are days you get in it when you've been doing too much.
Yeah, but nothing compares to you though. Nothing compares to you. I'll be upfront about that. So yeah.
And I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
You can't hypnotize me into that today.
Which is the other part. Keep the flame going is humor. Me and you do a lot of laughing.
I do.
We create laughter. Even when something isn't funny, we'll create it.
Don't tell about it. It was pretty pitiful though, wasn't it? the way we came up with a name for a band that we're never going to have, but
Yeah.
we're still stockpiling names and outfits for it in our mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my funk band one day. Lit Bridge. Lit Bridge.
He's always auditioning people that don't know they're being auditioned.
Lit Bridge, my funk band. And then I'm Cleophas Fontaine. And this is Quasi Souffle. These are our alter egos.
That's what he said he wanted.
And I got the big belt on and a cape and, you know, the Jerry curls slinging. And I got my bass guitar and we the funkiest thing on the planet. And we have a lot of fun.
I can't play nothing, I can't sing, I can't do anything, but I mean, yeah, sure.
And then I got that piece of gold. Not a lot of gold, I just got the little piece of gold, right? So every time I smile, you see that little star gold tooth. We have a lot of fun in that space.
I said that to you.
Cleophas Fontaine.
So I have noticed too, even in older couples, they have certain ways of still saying I love you. I remember once I was at my friend's house and they were playing cards. I don't play cards, I play the hostess because I don't know how to count books. Ain't no point in that friendly game turning into something dangerous. Because I didn't count the books right now, y'all mad. So, but I remember this one couple and he walked past her and something about that man just caught her eye. And she just reached over and squeezed his leg to let him know, I see you. I still see you. And I just thought that was just one of the sweetest things. Because, you know, as you get older, you don't demonstrate it always the same way. You can't even move fast no more. You've been and caught that bad cramp and that be the end of it. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like kisses and
The lip press.
the lip pressing in aisle A over at Walmart.
You remember that time we got busted?
Kissing in the grocery store.
by our sister, Deanna. She's like, what I do like though that happens, and I don't even know if those kids realize it, but you know, they come around the corner sometimes and we might be, you know, dancing a little bit. I only know 2 or 3 words to a song, but it hits me and I might need a little dance or something. And that's what they come around the corner seeing. Ain't no bickering and arguing and throwing things and, you know, a lot of craziness that goes on. It's, okay, this didn't go well, what could we do differently the next time? So, you know, it turns out a little better. And I think that will be a gift to them when they mature. You know, that puppy that I asked you not to get me ever, that I wanted, that you got me. See how it's your
Brutus.
fault. Brutus loves our niece, Alexandra Brown. And I told her, if you meet someone and you think that's love, I need you to run the other way. He's stalking you. He's demanding all your time, and don't give birth to nothing, girl. This is the life. Either he's stalking you or he's like a baby. Don't do it. So, but, you know, in return it was, how do you see how John and I live? And then I'll also tell you this. You're not going to believe this. The other day, Lacey, apparently when she comes over, she checks out the refrigerator. Maybe she checks out the counter, you know, the drawers and the cabinets too. And I said, well, why are you over here looking at my refrigerator? She said, this is my home. And I said, what? Now this was the person that said that she was ready to go because her room was too big to clean, to have to clean. It's home now. I think that's part of the intimacy or the keeping the flame alive of the relationships growing. Not, you know, it's all romance.
Well, in closing, if we were to speak to our audience, what are some things that they can take from this today that can help them establish this and keep it moving forward?
You know, there's a lot of opportunities to be condescending and rude to people you know and don't know, and even our beloved people, and to just tear them down. But always keep in mind that this is the person that you said you love, and you need to do more to build them up and send them out whole than to tear pieces off of them and crack them. I have seen black men that have no life in their eye. I don't ever want to be a part of that. I don't want to be the person to take that light from them. And if I love you, I'm not going to take the light from your eyes. And I'm going to do something if I think somebody else is trying to take it from you.
Well, with that, thank you for tuning in today to our episode of how to keep the flame burning and glowing. We hope that something we've said today and what we've expressed certainly is enough to just trigger a thought process that can get you in that direction, that you can now journey into love spaces with your love aglow. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.